Hello viewers and welcome to this new video. Today I'm gonna show you one of the best game I made with my Bismarck, which is my favorite warship. Maybe not the best to play, but I really like it in looking, and also it is very powerful. So I'm gonna show you this gameplay, which probably is the best I made with the Bismarck. And also I realized that I had pirate flag. I didn't remember when I bought it, but I had, so I had to use it. Even though the reload time was from 10 to 9 seconds instead of 9 to 8 seconds, it was very good, so I used it. So in this map we were lots and lots of battleships, and also there was a midway in the other team, so the fact that Bismarck had not the best AA in the game was a little bit of threat. I saw a Montana coming out of the island on the right side of the map, and I started shooting at her. At the same time I stopped my engine to have a cover on the other ship, but at the same time not be shoot at the Montana, so I could shoot at her, but she was shooting at my teammates. I started to farming damage, and in a few seconds I reached the 100k damage. For our Wisconsin, these two Montanas, the other was coming, were a very hard threat, so I decided to hit very hardly to help her. Then, when I killed the first Montana, I passed to the other one, which also had the pirate flag. As you can see, with this kind of flag, the Bismarck makes so hard damage to the enemies, even if it's long range. The Montana destroyed our allied Wisconsin, and we did land some good hits on her, but we couldn't destroy her completely. At the middle of the map, a Yamato was pushing on my way, so I decided to wait her and pick her when she was inside the two islands, so I could fire both sides on her, but she could not fire both sides on me because she was bow on. When I saw her, my guns started to fire. I was so fast that after the first salvo, I immediately stopped my engine, but my first two guns were already behind the island, so the second broadside didn't go very well. I knew that there was the midway in the vicinance, but I didn't expect that she could bomb me so fast. So I took the speed increase to go back, but the second bomber took me and reduced my HP to probably something like 5 or 10%. I had to run. Yamato fired her last salvo on me and I resisted that. I couldn't take many hits because I was almost dead. There were torpedoes coming from the Mahan and also from the midway again. I decided to fire to the Mahan, where she could not fire at me because of the Brooklyn and all other ships. I decided to remain covered by the island and not push anymore until I recovered some HP. The Mahan went down. Some other torpedoes were coming from the midway, and I decided to remain in the cover of the island, waiting for some ships to come in my way. Brooklyn was almost pushing, but he realized that pushing that many ships wasn't a good idea, so I think she stopped there. On the other side, The Montana, which previously we fired at, was pushing in our way, so I decided to go for her, and I started the engagement. She shot one time on the island, missing our elbow side, but I did make good hits on her. She also was landing nice hits on our ships, and in fact after a few seconds one teammate went down. Fortunately she went down also, and our teammate destroyed by fire leave us 3 versus 3. But at this point Montana was pushing, and she died by, I think, was the Brooklyn. At this time also the Midway was pushing. She decided to try bombers on me, and she did hit one. Nothing extremely massive, but she did hit on me, and I had not very much HP, so I had to run and dodge. I decided to go for her, and I started fire on her. Secondaries opened fire, her on me and mine on her. I repaired my ship. I decided to make a tactical maneuver, so I fired my back guns and then maneuvered to fire my forward guns. Killing her, her apron was coming for me. She launched torpedoes, but I already was ready to dodge them, so no one torpedoes did hit me. Brooklyn and Texas was on that same flank behind the island waiting for me. I decided to go for the Brooklyn and I killed her, but the Texas was still alive and full HP, so even though the Texas isn't very strong, she could easily destroy me with a few broadsides. She decided not to push, and she did a good idea like that. And also I decided not to push. In fact, a few seconds before picking the island, I stopped my engine and wait for the repair party ready. We were alone both, so there were no more Midway and no other battleship that could come for me when I was stopped behind the island. So I was pretty much sure that this Texas wouldn't be a very huge trouble. When the repair party was ready, I clicked it and my ship started to repair itself. But I made a miscalculation. With that low HP, she could easily destroy me. Also because she was full HP, she was in time to destroy me before I was destroying her. Another miscalculation I did, she was too far for my secondaries to open fire. In fact, I did land some huge hits on her, and when I realized that I could not win the battle against her and I remained with only 5000 HP, I took cover behind the island. She fired, but fortunately the shots land on the island. She did remain with that low HP, and that I realized that the secondaries, if I got close, could destroy her. She started to recover HP and push a little bit. When the repair party was ready again, I decided to push her for the last time. I used my repair party and I started to move forward when the Texas was at a secure distance and I had enough HP for tanked 2 broadsides. At this point, I started my engine and decided to go for her. I turned left so I could fire all my guns. With the Bismarck, the fact that you can shoot first the bow guns and then the aft guns when you come out of the island doesn't work, because gun number 1 and number 2 are one on the bow and one on the aft. So I had to fire one full broadside when I was totally behind over the island. I did land the full broadside on her, maybe some hits went on the water, but I didn't kill her. I didn't realize that the Bismarck was so fast that I could go so fast behind the other island and don't shooting at her anymore. And another occasion was wasted. I was so frustrated about this. I made very much mistakes on this battle and I didn't want to do them anymore. So I decided to push a last time her, and with one full broadside she could go down, so I was almost sure to win this engagement, even though I was so low HP. I could recover them, so it was not a very huge problem. At this point, she was picking the island, I was picking her too. I fired all my guns for the last time, making good hits. She fired also her guns, but I killed her before that. Then I realized that I had 938k of damage, and I didn't realize that much damage. This was a nice battle. Here you could see that the Bismarck was very powerful, has lots and lots of HP, could tank lots and lots of salvos, and she has powerful guns and huge speed. So, thanks for watching this video, remember to subscribe and leave a like, and see you, bye bye.